morning everyone. Well, it's Roz here from Brumby Horse Life, and today I'm going to talk about spatial awareness and horse to human communication again. I think I'm going to do a bit of a series or a playlist on this particular issue because I think it's a big one. So why is spatial awareness with horses such an important part of your life? I think it's because if there's ever going to be accidents, it's going to happen when either the person or the horse is not aware of where you are. So one of the things that I do on a daily basis, and please ignore Mr. Naughty here, he wants to get into this back part, but it's just not great enough yet. Anyway, with spatial awareness, if the horse isn't aware where you are when you're, say, walking through a stable and they catch a surprise, that's when you're more likely to get a kick or the horse shying, spooking suddenly and running you over. So as humans, we've got to take responsibility and not become overly familiar. So that means that we have to stay present in the moment when we're working with our horses and stay fully engaged, which means concentrate on what they're doing. If you're not concentrating on what they're doing, you're more likely to have an accident. And then on the other hand, your horses need to learn to be spatially aware around you, which means they need to understand what their bodies are doing. So in some ways you have to teach them to be aware of their body and what you find acceptable and what you don't find acceptable. So I'm going to continue on this as a playlist series, I think, because it may help you or somebody else not have an accident one day, and why I focus so much as a natural method for teaching my horses off lead. So I don't do a lot of this on lead. That spatial awareness learning that my horses do is mainly off lead, and the reason I started that was because, as I've said in many other videos, years ago I was legally blind, and I had to use my hands and my sense of space to work safely around the horses. So interestingly, Bill's always been more spatially aware than Bella. She is 100 times better than what she was in the early days when she was, and mainly because she was very reactive in the early days. She would react and run without thinking about what her body was doing until she was, at least 5 or 6 steps away from whatever had given her a fright. So, on many occasions she nearly ran over chickens, stepped on cats, did all kinds of things that she wouldn't normally do, but because she was very fear-based in her whole approach or outlook to life, it was a bit of a problem. So ways that I got Bella around that was that I would use situations where she was stressy to do the opposite of whatever she was doing. Mischief and something to do because he's bored, and Bella's waiting to see if he's going to have a game because she's probably up for a game herself this morning. Anyway, in terms of back to spatial awareness and teaching her to be aware of my space, probably the first time I really taught her what spatial awareness was when she used to sidle up as a youngster to me and threaten me with her backside whenever she didn't like something or she thought she was in control. And so I just got the hose, and not hard, but turned it on to with a little power extender, and as soon as she sidled up towards me, I gave her a firm no. If she didn't respond to that and move off, if I waved my arms and she didn't move off, well, she got a quick squirt on the butt, and never hurt her, but she doesn't love water, so she moved off very quickly. I only took maybe 1 or 2 times to do that, and she was over it. In terms of nipping, Bella used to nip a lot, and so look how messy you are, darling. So one of the things that I taught her is what she's doing now. So I'd say to her, what do you want? So rather than nip me, I'd put my hands here and what she would tap me, tap, 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 and that's her telling me that she would like a carrot or a goodie or something. And so that stopped her, and I had to, and what I'd do is if she was tapping too much, I'd step back, step in, and wait, tap, 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 and she would tell me. And so if I don't want it, gentle pressure back, never use any kind of pressure on Bella. It's all gentle, slow, calm authority, staying fully engaged with what she wants, and me saying to her, I hear you, Bella, I hear you. And so acknowledge what they're asking for. If it's within your ability to do it, go and do it, which is I'm going to go and do it right now, and I'll be back. When you're building horse communication up, you need to respond to when they ask for something and come good. Don't ignore them. I'm just going to do Billy. Gentle manners also is another thing that I've taught the horses. If you try and push or bully me around, you get nothing. So they soon learn that they have to think about the process as much as I do when it comes to treats and feeding. I'm pushier than Bella when it comes to goodie rewards. He's a bit of a cookie monster. But he's also learning because he knows the rules. If you push me, I step back because it means that you don't get to have that contact. Now, our horses love contact. They love physical touch. Billy far more than Bella. But you know, it's important to have that communication with them, and also to tell them when you're not happy with that communication that they're giving you.